History of Serbia. Serbia is located in the center of the Balkans and borders Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, North Macedonia, Croatia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. This strategic geographical position has made Serbia a cultural and economic center. Start date. The history of Serbia dates back to the 6th century AD, when Slavic tribes entered the region. In the 12th century, the Kingdom of Serbia, led by King Stan, was established and rapidly expanded its power, great empires. In the 14th century, Serbia reached the peak of its power and became one of the great powers of the Balkans under the leadership of King Lazar Hrdlic. But this period was not long. In 1459, Serbia fell to the Ottoman Empire and was under the rule of this empire for more than 400 years. Wars of Independence. In the 19th century, with the beginning of nationalist movements, the Serbs rose up against the Ottomans. In 1815, Serbia was recognized as an independent kingdom. This independence was recognized in 1878, and Serbia became one of the important countries of the Balkans. World War I. But the history of Serbia was still full of challenges. In 1914, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo sparked World War I. Serbia put up a heroic resistance against the Central Forces, but suffered heavy losses. World War II and Yugoslavia. After the war, Serbia became part of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. But in the 1990s, with the collapse of Yugoslavia, Serbia plunged into bloody civil wars that had profound effects on its society and culture. Serbian culture. Serbia, a country with a rich history and diverse culture, has always had a special attraction for tourists. You may not know, but this country, with a population of about 7 million people, is one of the lesser-known but wonderful destinations. Hospitality. Serbian people are known for their hospitality. If you are invited to a Serbian home, you will definitely be treated with delicious food and local drinks. One of their interesting traditions is to serve rakića, a local liquor, which is usually served as an appetizer. Celebrations. Serbs love to celebrate. Various festivals are held in this country, each of which represents a part of the culture and history of these people. For example, the Exit Festival, which is held in Novi Sad, is one of the biggest music festivals in Europe and hosts more than 200,000 people from all over the world every year. Foods. One of the best ways to know the culture of any country is through its food. Serbians are known for having delicious and varied food. From sarma, cabbage leaves stuffed with meat and rice, to palasink, sweet pancakes, each has its own story. It is interesting to know that in Serbia, about 250,000 tons of pork are consumed every year. Handicrafts. Serbia is also famous for its handicrafts. Pottery, weaving, and traditional paintings are among the arts that are passed down from generation to generation. These works are not only beautiful, but also tell stories of the history and culture of this country. Nature of Serbia, from lush forests to stunning mountains, and from beautiful rivers to national parks, has fascinating and amazing nature. Green and virgin forests cover about 25% of Serbia's area, which includes 300 types of trees. As two famous natural attractions, Tara and Frost forests are great places for hiking, cycling, and wildlife watching. In these forests, you can encounter animals such as bears, wolves, and rare birds. Stunning mountains, Kopanik, with a height of 2,480 meters, is one of the most popular climbing destinations in Serbia. This mountain becomes a great ski resort in winter and is suitable for hiking in summer. Imagine that you are sitting on the top of the mountain and watching the spectacular views of the green plains. Beautiful rivers. The Danube River, the second largest river in Europe, flows through northern Serbia and creates stunning scenery. You can enjoy swimming, fishing, or boating along this river in summer. Additionally, this river becomes a natural route for tourists. Great national parks. Serbia has 5 national parks, each of which has its own beauty. Đerdap National Park, with its beautiful waterfalls and natural springs, is an ideal place for hiking. In this park, there are more than 100 rare plant species, which makes it a unique destination. Serbian economy. Did you know that Serbia had one of the fastest growing economies in the Balkans, with an economic growth of 7.5% in 2021? Economic structure. The Serbian economy is mainly based on services, industry, and agriculture. The services sector accounts for approximately 60% of the country's gross domestic product, GDP. Also, according to statistics, industry accounts for about 30% and agriculture for another 10%. Foreign investment. Serbia is known as an attractive destination for foreign investment. In 2022, the country attracted about 3.5 billion euros in foreign direct investment. These investments are mainly concentrated in the IT, manufacturing, and energy sectors. Foreign trade. Serbia, as a country with a privileged geographical location, is a gateway to the large markets of Europe and Central Asia. In 2022, the country's exports reached 24 billion euros, a 10% increase from the previous year. Serbia's main trading partners include Germany, Italy, and China. Politics of Serbia. Political system. Serbia is a parliamentary republic. The president, currently Aleksandar Vučić, serves as the head of state. He has held this position since 2017. The Prime Minister also has executive responsibility. The Serbian National Assembly, consisting of 250 members, is responsible for passing laws and overseeing the government. Elections. Elections in Serbia are held every 4 years. In the last parliamentary elections, held in 2020, the ruling party won about 60% of the vote. This high percentage of votes indicates widespread support for current policies, but at the same time there is also much criticism of the country's democratic process. Protests and social movements. In recent years, Serbia has seen widespread protests. For example, in 2019, thousands of people took to the streets to protest against corruption and social inequalities. These protests reflect public dissatisfaction with the country's economic and political situation. Parliament and Senate. Serbia does not have a chamber called the Senate, but the National Assembly performs similar functions. It can pass laws and oversee the executive activities of the government. Currently, about 30% of MPs are women, indicating progress in gender representation. Which country is next?